Good afternoon. My name is Dan Hassler. I'm the president of Purdue Research Foundation. What a wonderful beginning we have today, a beginning that saw Secretary of Commerce Jim Schillinger and Indiana Senators Hirschman and Kinley embrace the immense opportunities that existed in our vision for Purdue's fifth technology park, the 980-acre aerospace district, and grant it certified tech park status, a beginning that saw one of Indiana's finest mayors, Mayor John Dennis, ally with Purdue University to invest $120 million in the State Street project, which leads right up to the front door of this facility. In a beginning at which Denny Warner, now retired from Rolls-Royce, saw a possibility that in one fell swoop gave Rolls-Royce a state-of-the-art design and testing facility that not only centralizes and reduces their testing expenditures, but also creates a future platform for so many more Rolls-Royce-Purdue collaborations. Of course, what will happen in this facility is really a smaller portion of a $33 million research collaboration crafted with the leadership of Phil Burkholder, president of Rolls-Royce Defense Aerospace North America, and Suresh Garamella and Dan Hurlman of Purdue. We are so proud, so very proud to have the first thing that visitors see upon visiting Purdue's aerospace district, that big, beautiful Rolls-Royce sign on the front of this building. They may be going to Zucrow Propulsion Labs or Purdue Aviation or the Mach 6 wind tunnel, or to get flight training, or to shop for that new Tecnam airplane they always wanted, or to yet companies unnamed. But the first thing they're going to see at the front door of the Purdue Aerospace District is Rolls-Royce, and it is only the beginning. There are so many here today that played an important part in the beginning. David Wagner, Ian James, Joe Kroc, the whole control systems team. I can't tell you what they've done to get to this point. Jeremy Slater of PRF, American Structure Point, Schneider Corporation, Allied Engineering, Applied Engineering, Strongbox, Paul Kite, GM Development, so many in typical Hoosier form and fashion, collaborating to create top performance. We're going to hear from a few of those key players today. First, I'd like to invite to the podium the president of Purdue University, the chairman of the board of Purdue Research Foundation, and the best boss I ever had, Mitch Daniels.
This is a day we've all at Purdue looked forward to for a very, very long time. It is in many ways the inauguration of another great era in the history of what I confidently assert is the #1 university in the world in the realms of aviation and aviation technology. You know, there's nothing new at Purdue about collaboration with great businesses and private organizations. If you look back over our history, it has always been a larger percentage of our research budget. We've always had more such affiliations at any one time than anyone else we can see. But there's never been one as significant or more significant than the one that we honor and step up to a new level of collaboration today with our friends from Rolls-Royce. What will happen in this building, what will be catalyzed from this building, the other potential partnerships that may be stimulated or inspired by this great investment marks and signals, as I say, a new era about which we are enormously excited. We cannot thank the people of Rolls-Royce enough for the confidence they have shown in the faculty and in the students of Purdue. There are 600, somebody tells me, Boilermakers working for Rolls-Royce right now, somewhere in the world. The only question that raises, Marion, is why is that all? But there's plenty more where that came from. Many of them are standing over here. Many of them will be working for you and with you in this facility starting right away. I got a feeling some of them may stick. And we are, let me say just one more word about the place in which we're standing. Yes, this becomes the front door and the first thing that visitors to our aerospace park will see. But because of the broader State Street project to which Dan alluded, this really becomes the front door to Purdue University. A few years from now, a high percentage of all those people coming to our campus are much more likely to come in this way than over on the East End. And we can't think of a more striking and fitting symbol for them to see than the 2 R's of Rolls-Royce, symbolizing the greatest of excellence in an area that's so central to Purdue's mission. So I don't know what people pay for a first-class billboard these days, but you're getting it in the bargain here, and we hope you get full benefit out of it. The program did call for my friend Dan to handle the next introduction, but I hijacked it because the person that I'm most excited about being here today is Marion Blakey. I was fortunate enough to serve alongside her. We've all benefited from her public service in the realm of aviation. She's held essentially every big job you can have, leading the leading regulator of aviation itself, of aviation safety at the NTSB, headed up all the collective operations of the aerospace industry, and now leading the flagship company of that industry. We are deeply honored that you'd be here. We want to take this occasion to congratulate you on all you're doing now, but to thank you for all the service you have provided to us all for so many years. And it's just a great, great treat for everybody at Purdue to welcome to our campus, especially on this day of celebration, Marion Blakey.
Oh, President Daniels, as they say, back at you. No, when I think about public service, when I think about officials in this country that not only have held such key positions for our nation, for this state, for the academic research technology that we are so proud of, there is no one else that I can think of that has that kind of background and has given that kind of support to our country. And I will also tell you this, those 600 graduates that we're very proud of from Purdue, I predict there are going to be lots more, particularly with the way President Daniels has held down costs for Purdue. I was delighted and amazed when I saw the recent press release. Round of applause. There are not going to be many track records like that, believe me. I wish there were. You know, the strongest and long-lasting partnerships that we have here, they do come from mutual respect, real trust, and the kind of benefits that we're seeing here today. And that's been throughout our relationship in West Lafayette. Nearly 40 years in terms of Rolls-Royce and Purdue collaborating on exciting, innovative aerospace technology projects, mainly in the area of gas turbine research. No small thing, that. Today, among those 600 Purdue alumni we have, this is significantly more than any other university that we have here in North America with Rolls-Royce. And just last year, we did announce a $33 million joint program for research and development for the next generation aircraft propulsion systems. So as you can see, Purdue is a critical partner for us. And when we do our development strategy for technology, believe me, they are right there, front and center, propelling Rolls-Royce forward. Okay, let me shift gears for a moment because I have a feeling a number of you all were out there today and saw the V-22. Whew, that's exciting. And on Purdue's own airport. Well, I'm excited to tell you, I think you're going to have another chance to see it shortly as it flies over. But, you know, not only is it just an amazing aircraft to see, but it also reinforces the importance of what we do together, what we do at Rolls-Royce, because it is a great asset for our military. One little quick story just to illustrate. It was 2011, and a US F-15 pilot went down near Benghazi. You all know that is truly hostile territory. After midnight, he was isolated. Other support craft were giving fire cover. But just keeping the enemy at bay was not enough. So it was an MV-22 that came in, touched down right next to the stranded pilot, was able to secure him, lift him up, off the ground, evacuate the scene, all in a matter of minutes. Now, I don't want to overstate the importance of our role here today in terms of that kind of performance. Clearly, the real heroes are our U.S. military men and women who perform every day for our country. But it does give me and all Rolls-Royce employees a great sense of pride to know that we powered that aircraft that safely transported that pilot and many others out of danger. Now, those engines are made right here in Indiana, and that's one reason our relationship with Purdue is so important, because together we'll work on ways as we go forward to make the best engines in the world even better, more powerful, more efficient, more environmentally friendly. Apple founder Steve Jobs once said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." Well, innovation is our lifeblood, and research facilities like this one are incubators for powerful new ideas and advances that are going to propel us together into the future. Over the coming years, we'll collaborate on projects that are critical to our operations, our ability to support our customers in this region and around the world. We'll make some unique advances in terms of testing capabilities and advance our understanding of electronic control components, just like the ones we use on the V-22. These activities have the potential to significantly improve engine performance, helping Rolls-Royce maintain our position as a world leader in aerospace for years to come. So yes, we are very proud of the heritage we have built here in Indiana, our ties to Purdue, and those have made a significant difference in our success worldwide. So let me just take a couple of minutes to acknowledge and thank some of the people who helped get us where we are today. Obviously, President Mitch Daniels for the formidable leadership, and for all of the dozens of teachers, researchers, advisors in the engineering and aviation schools. Please pass it on. Indiana Senator Brant Hirschman, a pilot, I was very impressed, and a leader who understands the importance of the aerospace industry in Indiana. Dan Hassler. Dan, where are you? Sitting over here. Obviously, Dan has worked tremendously hard as president of the Purdue Research Foundation to help us realize the opportunity of locating here. And from the Rolls-Royce side, Denny Warner, who's retired as the president of our control services business, for all of his work with the foundation. And I have to tell you, before his retirement, the kind of work he put in is one of the main reasons we are here today. So let me recognize two other Rolls-Royce executives who've traveled over from the UK. Chris Barkey, our global head of engineering and technology, and Warwick Matthews, who's here as our EVP of control systems, and of course the entire controls team who've worked on this installation. I met so many of the young people who worked with this, and boy, it is impressive to see people 3 and 4 years out of school doing what for many it takes a lifetime to achieve. So the ability to get this all up and running, to work with my old outfit, the FAA, on certification, no small thing that. And I just want to call your attention. If you look behind you over there, you're going to see one of the finest pieces of technology behind those gray doors. Remember that you are looking at one impressive fuel test rig, and if you look over here, coming 2013, test rig 2. So just take a gander, because we are very, very proud of what that represents, the growing relationship with Purdue and the strong partnership with all of you. Thank you very much.
We are so blessed to live in the best state for business, where Midwest work ethic and creativity, combined with Hoosier hospitality, can only produce high-quality, high-productivity team environments. We see it so often in Indiana, we take it for granted. It's an expectation. We also happen to have, in my opinion, one of the best mayors in the United States. I'd like to now introduce to the podium the mayor of West Lafayette, Mayor John Dennis.
Well, what a great day. It really, truly is. And before I get started, I'd like to say that Mitch Daniels is also one of the best bosses I've never had. And I don't know who that's better for, he or I. Well, this is a great day for West Lafayette. It's a great day for the state of Indiana. A mayor generally gets excited about when development comes to their communities. But when something like Rolls-Royce comes to your communities, it is the cliche game changer. Now, as we were talking earlier about having billboards, unfortunately, those aren't legal in West Lafayette. But being able to have that iconic sign at one of your gateways is worth more than any commercial you could ever have on a piece of paper. What it does is it says something about a community. It says something about relationships. It says something about how well we get along and how well we all pull on the same side of the rope. But more importantly, it says that we are visionaries. We think not only about now, but we think about our future. The city of West Lafayette is honored to support projects like Rolls-Royce. There's a lot of members of my staff and our council here today to help celebrate what's going on this location this afternoon. We're fortunate to have partners like Purdue University. Obviously, what would West Lafayette be without Purdue? And I hope that Purdue feels that they would be at a loss without West Lafayette. But one thing's for certain, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a point in our history that is unlike any other time for another community in the state of Indiana. Whether it be the $120 million State Street project, whether it be proving that a public-private partnership not only works well for a community, but works well for the state, or it shows that people can truly cross political, social, economic, and even academic lines to work together to make sure that things like this not only happen, but can be used and as an example throughout the state and throughout the country to help celebrate successes. So again, this is a congratulatory day, not for Purdue, not just for Rolls-Royce, not just for the city of West Lafayette, but for the state of Indiana and all those who not only are, but should be paying attention. Thank you all so very much.
So you may have noticed I actually switched it up a little bit because I decided this morning, you know, the next speaker has been such an incredible force, not just for Indiana, but aerospace as well, that if I didn't ask Senator Hirschman to bat cleanup here, I was making a big mistake. A man who was also there at the beginning of the beginning. And not only a timeless and consistent advocate of maintaining Indiana as the most business-friendly state in the nation, but also a relentless recruiter and supporter of world-class corporations to Indiana and his district, which includes Greater Lafayette and Tippecanoe County. You already know he's a Purdue grad. You already know he's a pilot. Come on up and talk to us, Senator.
Dan is doing a little marketing work consulting for me, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Dan. First of all, thank you and welcome to Marion Blakey. And this is so exciting for me, not only for myself, but on behalf of Governor Holcomb and all of my colleagues in the Indiana General Assembly. I say congratulations because I know this partnership is going to bear tremendous fruit, not only for Rolls-Royce, but for Purdue and its students, as well as innovation in aviation. But I also want to say thank you, because this partnership of one of the preeminent names in aviation worldwide and one of the strongest technological and research-oriented educational institutions in the world helps me to do my job in marketing Indiana as a destination of choice for business investment and economic growth. And I saw that firsthand. I was privileged to go along with the Indiana Economic Development Corporation to the Farnborough Air Show earlier this year, where I got to see firsthand Indiana's marketing tools and techniques to try and bring new investment here. And two of the strongest selling points that they had at their disposal were Purdue University and Rolls-Royce. And it was a pleasure to be with Phil Burkholder, who is here with us today, a dedicated advocate of Hoosier jobs as well. To open this today, I would say not only do we stand the opportunity to further cement Purdue's reputation as a technological innovator, we stand the opportunity to help Rolls-Royce further grow its long history of job investment in Indiana. But also, as I see Adjutant General Corey Carr here, and thank you, General, for being with us, we know that the products coming out of this collaboration will not only help create jobs and move the advancement of aviation technology forward, but as Ms. Blakey said, it stands the opportunity to help preserve American lives both at home and abroad. And that's the kind of collaboration that I not only want to sell all over the world, but can be very, very proud of the efforts we've made to help strengthen your business and our institutions of higher learning. Thank you so much for having me.
So while we've been here, Major Dolan Dean of Marine Helicopter Squadron 1 has been stationed at Purdue University Airport, enticing hundreds of our young people into the world of aviation by offering inside looks at the V-22 Osprey. He's been supported by a ground support detachment under the command of Gunnery Sergeant Gene Bradley of the 9th Marine Corps District. Turns out this is a better strategy than actually showing them the 9 calculus textbooks they're going to have to take over between now and then, too. Big, loud airplanes work better with young people, turns out. They flew in this morning from Washington, D.C., and have been swarmed all day. Why a V-22? Well, we now know, because they're powered by the Rolls-Royce AE 1107C engines. To show you what a small world we live in, Captain Will Oliver of that same 9th Marine Corps District recruited David Wagner's son, Josh, a Purdue graduate as well, to become a U.S. Marine pilot. We're going to get a little peek at this Osprey now. We're actually going to go outside. In about 4 minutes, the Osprey will be leaving the airport and flying over. Mitch loves extravagant ribbon cutting, so I told him we'd use big blades this time. So please, if you'll help us close this ceremony out, we'll go out and get positioned at the ribbons and get ready for the plane. General Carr, you're a great surprise to have us today. I would like you to take my scissors, and you're going to join me at the ribbon too, please. All right? Would you please? All right, outside.
Good photographers? Perfect timing. 1, 2.